All right, traders, so let's get started here in the euro. I'll pull this 6E down, and you can see here the DSR levels have been fantastic this morning. So I've got this on the swing trade. Yesterday, I sold previous swing highs here at 109.94. I had a trail stop in. I had my stops set well above the swing high as we look left. So let's tighten the chart down. Importance of structure. So as we rallied up into this price point right here, got short. The trail stops kicked in. And I was away from the machine early, come over here, got pulled out at 74 for plus 20 on one and then plus 17 on the other. So there's 37 pips right here. We retest the high of this DSR resistance zone right here. I was not trading at this point. Missed that little sell, got back in, and then this is what I saw early morning. So I have a beautiful symmetrical double top. Over here, gang, you can see I put in a higher low, so I'm a little bit more cautious. I sold the high tick right there and then quickly took scalper profits here. Right there, I was looking for a nice move. We broke below, closed below right after some 7:30 news came out. So I trailed my stops. They took me out right here. Okay, I did not resell right here. So at this point, I'm up about 70 pips. We break above, close above, and then we pull back down. So right now, I've got a classic cluster 3 trade. Here's SOS1, RSI's buried, turning point, and then back to back, I get the black tip. We're down at the big Mo right here, set to the 233. I've got a DSR support. All right, so I'm going to come down here. We'll go long right here with the underlying trend. A couple of key things. Number one, did we break above and close above right here? Yes, we did. So we got a significant break of previous structure resistance. This could be a clue that we're going to go higher. Number two, we pulled back down into DSR and key price point. As we look left right here, you'll note our last symmetrical double bottom at the 109.20 handle. Okay, so I'm willing to risk 30 to 40 pips here. And then just a retest of this area right here, I'm going to go 98 on partial. And you'll see that'll pay about 55 pips. So it's better than a 1-to-1 risk-reward ratio on the scalper. And then I'm going to let the balance run after this new structure high. So here's a cluster 3 trade with the underlying bull trend after price has just given us a new structure high, higher close, and again held trades above. 744 right here. So we traded up here for a full 13 minutes. It wasn't just a volatility spike based on a news event. Okay, so like that right there. And again, already you've got around 1,500 in the bank from the euro. Majority of this is euro-based. I just took a loss in crude oil. So that's the morning so far. All right, now let's go take a look at some of these other markets. Remember, we had some nice directional movement. Let's kind of revisit the hourly chart right here. On the hourly chart, we had that massive buy signal right here, which is a ratio buy pattern. Drove to new structure highs right to our 127. We got an AB, B to C, CD right here, but we didn't even get close to our bid zone right here, which was around that 618 Fib retracement and this 17,800 handle. Instead, they just rolled to new structure highs. Here's the higher low. So on the right-hand side, you see that the blue background says we're still in bullish momentum. And now let's take a look at this potential buy pattern. So here's the swing low at X to the new structure highs at A. There's AB, and then here's potential BC, and then down to CD. So this could be another buy pattern with the underlying trend. Let's run our Fib extensions. Here's the swing high at A. There's the swing low at B. I'll pull it back up right there, and you'll note that if I pull in my 1414 Fib extension, it's going to land right on top of that 618 Fibonacci retracement. So we're going to have a nice little confluence zone here at 950 to 930. I'll get rid of the 127. Okay, so 17,950. And then I'm not going to do it right now, but if I pulled in our 707 Fibonacci retracement, it's going to land right there at 930. So a 20-point bid zone right here. It's a ratio trade buy. It's clearly with the underlying trend, directional move there. Great looking pattern and setup. All right, now let's take a look and kind of update our hourly charts on a couple of these other markets. Crude oil's had a nice pop. Crude oil went right back to our area right here, that 48.30 to 50 zone we were looking at. You can see on an hourly bar in crude oil, symmetrical double top. So we go test it, 48.38, higher low. Here's a retest with bearish divergence. Note the bottom of the chart. And we're trading sideways between our two key price points. So again, any retest at that 48.40, and then we'll pull back down right here, 47.50. If we break below the 750s, then you can see right here, look left, we've got structure support, a spike low right there around the 46.60. So plenty of room to run. Number two, if I'm a seller up here, that's a counter trend sell. Market is bullish right here, background's blue. And then number two, if I buy them, 47.50s, any long entries around the 750, I'm trading with the underlying bull trend. Thus, A, I could add another contract, consider that as a swing contract and look for a bigger move. And then B, obviously, if I'm day trading, I'd look to have the majority of the position gone by a retest of that 48.40. So we've got $900 of opportunity here on a little intraday swing play, high to low. S&P 500. Okay, a little bit of stagnation against these highs. Unlike the Dow Jones, we are testing structure support right here. So if we break below, close below that 94, we've already put in this double top. We came back down, tested, put in another double top. It's going to look much better on the tick charts or even on a 30-minute chart. And so you can see it's a sideways trade, bullish bias. Support at 93.50 to 95s. Resistance 2106. Now remember, right here, this is a great example to look at our fibs. If we break below, close below, then where are we headed? So here's my current trade. Look left, there's a sore thumb high. Look left, there's a sore thumb low. So there's a static swing. I'm just going to measure that leg. That projects 2086 for the 1618. Then if I come over here, I grab the retracement tool, and I left click at the swing low that preceded the drive to that new structure high. Again, you'll note the 127 is going to land right there at that 2088 handle. So that said, let's go grab this, and we've got an area of interest there at 2088 on the S&P, and then next level is down here. That was our last symmetrical double bottom prior to this nice pop right there. Okay, so S&P today 2088, 2078, and again, be sure you look for qualified trading signals. Nas to the DAC. Nasdaq rallied right into our levels here, 4460. Moved through it by about 12 points. Typically use 15 and 20 point stops on our swing trades. Okay, then we pulled back down and firmed up right at that 4460, and you see it's right at our 618 key price point 4430 handle that we traded successfully last week. Nice structure resistance here, little bit of a pullback. We'll take this guy, drag it up right there to 4410s. And you can see, again, here's impulse X to A, retrace AB, extend BC, project CD. So right here we had a ratio trade that terminated and then hit target 1. So we can't take that signal again. Bottom line is, let's watch this 4432 to 35 handle on the Nasdaq, and then any retest. I've got my DSR level at 4470, so we'll just take this guy and rally it back into the 68. I'm going to discount that spike high for entries, but we do have to respect that spike high for any qualified protective stops. And then finally, let's go take a look at 6B. We looked at our resistance zone. Got a retest of that level right here, retest of that level, the 4950s, and again, a sideways trade. We looked at this spike right here and basically discounted that spike. Everything's firmed up at that 4950 to 80 handle. So again, any retest of that 149.50 to 80 stops above the 150 handle, and then today intraday, 148.40 will be our next line of support. All right, so that covers it on this side. Hang on one second here. But let's take a look at some stocks. I'll pull this cat over. And again, gang, right here, we talked about that buy signal in the euro. beautiful pop on that euro. Obviously, the Fed helped tremendously. Let's take a real quick look here. We looked at the 1414 Fib extension. We looked at our massive levels of support out on the monthly chart. There's the swing high that preceded the decline to this new structure low. We've rallied back into basically the 50% Fib retracement. Take a look right here. It's almost equidistant. That swing low to this new structure high right there. So from the low, basically at 110, we popped right here to 115.30. And then 104.60s right here, another 500 pip move. So we could get this leg right here to retest. And if we did see that, then we would take out that massive structure support and head to new lows. So if you're long from that 105 that we discussed previously, again, at least half the position needs to be off in this area. Okay, Rod, you got any stocks you want to take a look at? Yeah, will do. All right, let's trade them up, gang. Now let's take a quick look here at primary. I'll leave the euro. You see the euro's popping a little bit. I'm going to stay at that 109.98. Let me pull this guy back down. And then let's gain some perspective here on our quad market outlook. Boom, boom, and boom. So I did an adverse excursion add-on in crude oil. I'll cover that right there. So that makes back most of my loss. It keeps me long. 47.64 on the stop, 48.19 on the target. I'm going to move that target up to 48.49. You see down here bottom right, I've got a color rotation on crude. Number two, I just took a qualified sell signal right there, aggressive in the euro. Now, this is my Brickwick bar right here, strat. As the market pulled down here, rallied back to the Big Mo, the Big Mo gave us a color rotation. We went from bullish to bearish, black. Number two, I traded back inside of the trading band. And then I said, okay, let's do a momentum sell. If we break below that swing low, then I want to be short back into this resistance. So I hit my first target right there for a whopping 3 ticks. And then the second came out on a trail stop at 52 for 14. So a little 17-tick winner. And now I'm going to look for this guy to pop back into this 109.78 handle and then look for another sell signal, possibly to drive us down to that 109.18. Okay, Nasdaq right here. Here's our 44.34 handle. Take a look at it there real time. There's the spike through this morning pre-market during London session. Firming up right here. We really don't have anything to speak of as far as the go trade. So aggressive resistance at the 44.49s. On the bid right here, that would have been slightly pre-market. So we've got nothing setting up right here yet in the NASI. And then the British pound down here bottom left. There's that 149.80 handle, our key price points coming in from our higher time frame analysis. In a short sell mode, if we pop back into this 149.08 to 25s, I'll look for qualified sell signals. You can see right here, gang, in the British, we've just taken out structure support at 148.90. We got a trade below and a close below. See if we get this directional move. Next level support down here at the 148.40. So plenty of room to run to get back into that 148.40 handle. And pretty good looking high-to-high trend line right here. Notice how we went from a new structure high here. There's our high-to-high trend line. So a bear channel right there. If we break above, close above, sometimes we'll fade back in and then get a nice pop up. Yeah, it's a tight channel, no doubt about it. All right, my crude oil here taken out on trail stop, so crude oil's all flat.